Today on Sophie Explaining Stuff, I explain stuff that I think is easy to understand. Yay! Ego. Having an ego is a normal part of being human. Its main job is to protect your view of the world and your sense of self based on past experiences. That's why you might feel emotional when your core beliefs are challenged. So the real question is, how do we recognize this so it doesn't hold us back? These things help me as a neurodivergent person. Play and learning and understanding my feelings, thinking, and sensing. So with play, think back to like when you were a kid, you could play without needing to win or achieve anything. And as an adult, play can be anything you enjoy with no pressure. For example, like music, art, photography, movement, games, relaxing hobbies. And the goal is to enjoy it, not to be perfect. And the research shows that play can reduce stress, help your brain feel good, and keep your thinking flexible. Now with learning, have you ever tried learning something new and then felt frustrated because you weren't good at it straight away? Or maybe you learned something quickly and then got bored once it stopped feeling new? Here's a visual way to think about learning. Your brain is like a big forest. So when you learn something new, you make a small path through the trees. And the more you practice, the more you walk that path. And over time, it becomes a clear, easy road your brain can use quickly. And your brain also builds stronger connections each time you repeat something, which helps you remember it better. Learning teaches that growth takes time and there's always more to learn, new ways to grow, and different ways to understand things. Now, with understanding feeling and thinking and sensing, your brain has something called a window of tolerance. And this is the zone where you feel calm, balanced, and able to think clearly. For some people, like me, this window can be smaller. So when your feelings or thinking or sensory input become too much, your nervous system can move into hyperarousal or hypoarousal. So with your feelings, sometimes your feelings can become very intense. So emotional regulation helps by recognizing and naming the feeling, pausing to let yourself feel it, and then giving yourself time before responding. And with thinking, sometimes your brain can become full of thoughts or information. Processing helps by noticing when your brain feels full or having a timer. Mine's around 30 minutes for a task. And then giving yourself time to think things through and taking breaks before trying to solve everything. You do not need to figure out everything immediately because sometimes your brain needs time before things make sense. And sensing is information coming from your body and the world around you. So sensory awareness helps by noticing your senses, recognizing which sensory inputs help you or overwhelm you, and making changes to support your nervous system. And one way I practice this is through daily meditation, either like outside and before sleep. And when I meditate, I actually put my experiences into those three categories, which is thinking, feeling, and sensing. So if I notice a thought, I label it thinking. If I notice an emotion, I label it feeling. Then I return to sensing by focusing on my senses, like breathing or moving my body. And this helps bring my attention back to the present instead of getting stuck in thoughts or emotions. So play, learning, and understanding feeling and thinking and sensing are all ongoing parts of life. They don't end. And this can feel uncomfortable because the ego likes certainty, control, and being right. But when you start to realize you can get through difficult feelings, challenges, and uncertainty, life feels less scary. And you've already gotten through hard moments before. And life is the most valuable thing that we have. I hope this helps.